Hey guys, what's up? Hopefully I can get this freaking thing off the engine hoist today. There it is, guys. The old 223,000 mile Volvo 5-cylinder turbo is now out of the vehicle, and we can officially start cleaning up the engine bay, cleaning up the parts that we need to put on the new engine over there. Today we're going to work on getting the intake plenum prepped to go back on the new engine. One of these came from the engine with 109,000 miles, and one of these came from the engine with 223,000 miles. So I've gotten this cleaned up. I got some gum out carb choke cleaner. It says not to spray it directly on this throttle body. I think I'll probably get it a little cleaner there, but I think that's pretty dang good for this. So, I mean, you saw it before, I guess. I'm assuming hopefully the content came out, but I mean, obviously in those little corners, I could probably get a little bit better, but I mean, that's pretty good for something you'll never see again. I mean, that's pretty dang good. I mean, I think it looks really, really, really fantastic. So we're gonna get it mounted on here, and then we'll come back to it. So. Okay, so the next thing we're going to work on is the PCV system. So this newer engine actually came with one of the older versions of this, but the old engine that came out of this car originally had the newer version. This is the updated version. 31338685 is the latest version of this PCV system. And my 223,000 mile engine actually had the latest and greatest PCV system. You can see it has some writing on it. I don't know if it came from a pick-apart or what, but it's a good shape. The O-rings look really good, but the one that came off of this engine was actually in really bad shape, and the diaphragm in here was actually torn. So they had a PCV issue with this car prior to it being wrecked. You can see I've got it all cleaned up. This is actually the original cap, which actually looked better than from this engine. So I'm gonna just throw this cap back on there for now. I don't have an oil filter to put in here right now. Try to get one, but we're just gonna throw this cap on there loosely for the moment. I can clean this up just a little bit down here. So we'll lay this right here for now. And we gotta clean this up a little bit. We're going to clean these up. I gotta go torch fix. I ran into a little issue, and that is that this little bracket here with this little bushing here, this bushing no good. No good, no good at all. No good. This one good. These are two different brackets from two different cars. This is the original one from the all-wheel drive R-Design that I own. This is from the front-wheel drive parts car that I got from the dropout unit that I got from Louisiana. So from the white R-Design that was front-wheel drive only, was not an all-wheel drive. So the problem that I'm having is that this bushing is the original bushing that was in here, and it is not a technically not a replaceable part. I think that Viva Performance offers a PowerFlex bushing for it, but I've not verified that. I may just need to call them and ask them if the PowerFlex lower torque arm mount bushing is this bushing or not. I don't know. It'd be nice to know if it was or was not. This has a lip on both ends. I'm not exactly sure how they press them into here with this lip on it. Maybe they press the bushing on the inside after they get it in. I'm not positive, but I got this one out. This one was all messed up and squished out the sides whenever it was mounted. And this one's in fantastic shape. You can see it's in really, really, really good shape. I'm going to attempt, oh, wait a minute. Okay, I thought that was a little crack on right there, but it's just like a little flap of rubber sticking out. This one's in good shape. I am going to attempt to remove this bushing without damaging it and install it into that bracket. If I cannot do that, then I may have to order the PowerFlex bushing from Viva Performance, about $33 or so. But I don't care to really mess this one up since it's not really doing anything now, because I got to have this bracket. It's quite a bit of a difference between the height of these. You can see how much further the trans and everything to line up the all-wheel drive unit is quite a bit of a difference there. So I got to try to see if I can move those over. I don't know. I don't have a bearing press or anything like that, which is probably what we need. But I'm going to try it and freaking see what happens. Alright, let's get the ABS module out, which is a real booger. You literally gotta bend the brake lines to get it out. I'm not sure why they designed it this way. The cover to the control module is glued on really well. You gotta scratch it up a little, pry on it a little, break a little piece off, and then you can finally get access to the circuit board. So the main issue here is the word cold. So instead of actually soldering the joints, they used cold solder joints on the circuit board, just in a couple little spots. And from what I've read up on these, that's the issue. they crack and fail. So you got to get some good solder, a soldering iron, and a real steady hand, and solder all those cold solder joints. And that should resolve the brake failure issue that we're having. But won't know until we drive it around a little bit and find out. Wow, how about a major issue? Look at this right here. Oh my God, it's crackling everywhere. These gloves. Went to eat supper and got back, and this is what I found. That's freaking-sane. What the heck is my children doing? They're baking cupcakes. So, I don't know what the heck they're doing. There ain't no telling. So we got the engine mostly back together. Everything is pretty much ready to go back in the car. It's not cost beneficial to replace these harnesses, these engine harnesses. When you can find these, they're fairly common. You really just got to find a T5 with a wire harness. I think they're all pretty much the same. So you just really got to find one. But what I have is two, because I have one from the original and then I have the one from the parts car that I got. I'm going to combine those two harnesses to make one good harness for this engine. Guys, real quick, I want to show you this finished wiring harness for the Volvo. Finally just freaking got it done. I've made one heck of a dang mess trying to get this thing straightened out because it had a lot of little issues, but I mean, it looks good and it's ready to go on the engine. You can tell I've got everything is brand new, taped up. I've even went as far as taping up the entire plug all the way up on it. That way it'll protect the wires that go between the split loom and the plug itself will be protected from now till forever. So every one of the plugs is pretty much protected. The ones I can, obviously, like this one, you know, I can't, there's not really a good way to protect that plug. But I mean, that looks awesome. Well, that looks good. This little connector is broken. There's not really a good way to repair that, so I may be zip tying this one back on. Oh, I've also put dielectric grease on just about every plug. I've got to go put them on these other ones, but I've pretty much got it back together. This is what it looks like, all fixed. Oh, this is good now. That's the one that goes to the fuse box. ECU plugs, good. See, that's good. All this section where the injectors are, this is all good now. So it looks freaking awesome. Turned out great. So all this stuff is, I need to go over it one more time and just kind of rub everything down, but it looks good. These are the little sensor plugs. So all this stuff, I actually had to remove this plug and solder it back on. This one wasn't so bad. And then here's my coils. There's a cold plug. I don't know how well these are going to fit because a lot of them were like bent like 90 degrees. So I don't know how exactly that's going to go yet, but we'll see once I start fitting it on the engine. Get that. Ground wires, I put some heat shrink on each one of these grounds here because that wire also is prone to the dry rot issue, and there's 2 of those on top of the engine by the coals. There's 2 of them. They're held on by like a 8 or 10, I guess it's an 8mm bolt, and then your last coal sensor. And then last one, this one dumps off to the back of the engine, and this is the boost reference or boost regulator plug, and you can see how I've even sealed it in. Oh, I found this stuff right here. Can't remember where I picked this up. Is it a Home Depot or Lowe's or something? And this is like a silicone. Doesn't say what it is on there. Anyways, it's like a silicone stuff. It only sticks to like itself. Works really well for making like a silicone boot, a high heat silicone boot, and that's actually what this is right here. And you can tell that I've taped up to it to right here, but the rest of that right there is it's just a rubber boot basically. So that is our silicone boot. That looks freaking awesome. I wish I'd have found that stuff like before I got to this section, because I would have done all of them that way, but I didn't find it until I got to like right in here somewhere. Yeah, see this one's taped, and then that one's taped. That one is taped. I think it was this one. Yep. So this one right here has a high heat silicone boot on it. You can tell where it's comes together, and you can't get that back apart. I mean, you have to literally like cut that off if you wanted it to come apart. So like that one's done, this one's done. I wish I'd have had all of them done, but whatever. It is what it is. So I got to get this fitted on the engine, and then the next thing after doing this electrical is to see if I need to do any hoses, and then if I don't have to do any hoses, then we'll be fitting the engine back in the engine bay. So that should be fun. All right, I don't want to show you too much, but maybe a little bit. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. That's going to be a wrap for episode 10 of the saturated Volvo project that I have going on. And it just goes to show you that you can make something out of nothing. Okay, this car was literally $475. I mean, that was before the fees and taxes and all that crap. But again, a $475 buy it now price, okay, for this car. And it was a mechanical issue. I knew there was probably a lot going on with it. It looked like a 200,000 mile car. So I kind of knew what I was getting into before. I knew it. I knew it was going to be a crazy project. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe to my channel, because if you don't, you're going to freaking miss cool things that's going to happen on this channel, okay? This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning, okay? Once I finish this thing up, I get this thing sold, that's just cash in my pocket for my hobby, okay? This is my hobby. I love cars. Always loved cars since I was a little kid. Always loved cars. And I just want you to know that there's cool things coming. I still got the cop car sitting right outside right there that's still got a lot needs to be done to it. I've added the premium sound in that freaking thing from a Mercury Mountaineer, for God's sake. I mean, it is cool. I've got to tape a little bit of content for the after of that premium sound. I was trying to put together a video for the premium sound upgrade that I did in that thing. Oh, it was kind of accidental anyways, but I was trying to edit the video for that thing, And I didn't shoot any after video. After I finished it all up, I was so stoked about it. I kind of drove it around a little bit, enjoyed it, and it was already dark, but I never did go back the next day and shoot any content for that. So I got busy at work. So, but we just got a little bit more to go. I've almost got the front end back together. I'm taping that content right now. I'm about to tidy everything up. This thing is turning out to be, it's going to be a nice car when I'm done. This is going to be a really nice car. But we've got the first start coming up with this 100,000 mile engine. We've got the first start coming up, and you're going to be right here with me to see what happens. Is it going to blow up? Is it going to run? Is the engine blown? I mean, I don't know, because at those pick apart yards, pick your pull, wherever I got it from, whatever the heck the name of that place was. There's so many different names, but they're all the same. But anyways, you're going to be right here with me. We're going to test start this thing very, very, very soon. Okay. Very, very, very soon. We're going to get this thing started up. And I'm hoping and praying it's not blown up, because I've spent a lot of time and effort getting this engine clean and looking good and maintained. I've got all the maintenance things are done. It literally only needs fresh fluids, okay? I got to get fresh trans fluid in here, fresh oil, fresh filters, all that kind of stuff, fresh coolant, and actually Volvo blue coolant, because when I got this car, it had green shit in it, and everybody knows it's a Volvo. It's supposed to have blue coolant, and it didn't have blue coolant. I was kind of bummed out that this was the first car I've ever owned that actually had a different color than green coolant in it, besides my work truck. So it gets blue coolant now. Woohoo! So I'm pretty stoked about that. Anyways, over and out, guys. Please like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. I think you really, really, really will enjoy it. As I get more experience and I get more comfortable in front of the camera. I mean, look at my first videos. I wouldn't even show my face. I mean, and that wasn't long ago. So I'm kind of picking up on it kind of quick, but come on, guys. Come on. Share it. Show everybody what I'm doing. I mean, this is cool stuff, okay? This is a cool car. I don't care what you say, but it is really neat. This is a neat car. It's different, and it's just something that I'm pretty proud of myself. Even the cop car. I mean, I drove it just earlier. I had to go get some Chick-fil-A for the kids so they could take that to school. Tomorrow's the last day before Christmas break. And I wanted to take them down to the Chick-fil-A so they could get something cool for lunch tomorrow. And so, did I take the work truck? No. Did I take the cop car? Hell yeah, I did. Hell yeah. I jumped right in that thing. It's freezing but cold in that, and ran for 2 weeks, okay? I jumped right in it, cranked right up. Drove that thing down to Chick-fil-A. I sat there and ran just perfectly fine. Just purrs like a sewing machine. Nothing wrong with it one bit. It's got premium sound in it now. And I even found my Bluetooth, little FM Bluetooth module. So now I've even got it connected Bluetooth to my phone. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. So we'll see you later, guys. You have a good night. I'm going to go finish up this video. I'm finishing up right now. I've been working on it. I've been working on it for 2 freaking days. Okay, 2 freaking days. It takes so long for me to even decide on an opening song, because I try to keep the songs kind of changing up. If you want to see anything different, if you want me to slow some of the videos down, or if you even have any questions about these, I guess I probably am the P1 guru at this point, because I've tore like 3 or 4 of these things down now. So if you have any questions, you can email me, and I'll put my email right here. It is LakeZide Performance at gmail.com. I just got it set up, so if you want to send me an email, I can absolutely right now, because I mean, I hardly have any followers or anything, so I got plenty of time. If I'm not working or not traveling or whatever, then I'll get back to your questions as soon as you can. But if you have any questions about Volvo P1s, or probably P2s for that matter, they're probably about the same. Drivetrain engines, Haldex, all that crap. Hit me up on my Gmail account and send me an email, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. If you want to see anything different, if you want me to slow some of the videos down and show a little more detail, maybe you want to know what socket sizes and that kind of thing, let me know. I mean, I don't know. I'm just kind of doing this just kind of for fun, really, at this point. It's not a job for me. I have a full-time job. I have a job that takes up literally all of my time. I mean, I barely have time to work on this stuff as a hobby. This is really just a side thing for me, just to play around, just to get away from the everyday life and try to get away from my normal job. You know, that's, I live, breathe, and eat and slave away for my normal daytime job. But this is a side thing for me. So this kind of gets me out of that element and helps me stay diverse, I think. So please let me know if you like it, don't like it, what you don't like, what you like, whatever. Just let me know. I don't care. You know, you're not gonna hurt my feelings. So anyways, hope you were enjoying the content. This is all brand new to me, by the way. Brand new, okay? I've been watching YouTube. I don't even have TV in my house because I hate watching TV nowadays. So many freaking commercials and all that stuff. And YouTube I love because I might get a couple commercials every now and then, and I get to see like Cletus McFarland, a huge follower, Goon Squad, huge follower. Goon Squad, Cletus McFarland are my inspiration. So shout out to them for being inspirational and just showing you that, you know, it's that people kind of do care what you do because you do some cool stuff out there. So if you got cool projects going on, and I know you do, I'm looking at you. You got cool projects going on in your garage right now, and you need to pick up your cell phone. I'm taping this with my cell phone, and you need to record it and you need to upload it. Just start with one. Just start with one stupid video, okay? And then show us what you got going on. Show us, because I know you got some cool talent going on, and I know you don't have a lot of time to be working on your cool talents, but come on, guys, share it with us. I mean, you could just about look up on YouTube and see how to do anything at all. And I've learned so many new, valuable, very valuable things from YouTube, and it's a pretty cool thing. We're gonna get through this 2020 thing here pretty soon. It's coming to a close. So Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.